Hey everyone, the Jose32 back with another deck review. Now I'm going to be looking at the Thrasher playing cards. These are from a skateboarding company. I'm not sure which one. It says Thrasher on top, playing cards on the bottom, and you get a spade pip on the front with all these lines on there. Anyway, spade pip is kind of interesting, although there's not much to it. What's interesting about it is the top portion here. This triangle is separate and it's got an eyeball on it. Don't know if you'll be able to pick that up, but there is an eyeball on it. This side it says skate and destroy in some interesting writing. On this side it says, oh look at that, it's backwards. Live to skate, skate or die. Yeah, okay, I'm not a skater, I'm not into skating. I once had a skateboard, I barely used it, I sucked at it. It was never my thing. But I do like playing cards, regardless of what they are. On the top, nothing. On the bottom, it says High Speed Productions, San Francisco, California, blah blah. And the back, you see the back design of cards, which is admittedly pretty cool. It says Thrasher along the top and bottom. You got your pips in here, clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades on both sides. You got a skateboard with like, looks almost like handlebars on it. Inside this circular shape. It almost looks like a wheel, basically, from a bicycle or something. And then on the sides here, you got barbed wire. That's kind of cool. You open it up, the flap is cheap. Dead giveaway that's a cheap deck. This is interesting. You got spade pips on there. At least they utilize that. The cards look like this. They're kind of interesting. They got scratches all over them. Just like skaters have all over their body, scratches and scrapes from falling on their ass all the time. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. At first I opened it up, I'm like, these look like they're screwed up. But turns out they're all like that, so obviously I'm assuming that's how they come. Court cards, a little bit interesting. They kind of have, they kind of look like standard court cards in the body, but the heads are different. It says Thrasher on the top and bottom of each one. There's no pips on them other than the indices, so that makes it a little bit harder to distinguish. Jack has this head, black head with face, with red eyes, a couple of strands of hair, a hat, like a top hat almost, or a cowboy hat. And then in this one he's holding the key. The ace of spades looks like this, and it says Thrasher, live to skate, skate or die, just like we saw elsewhere. There's the queen. This is kind of cute. And this one she's holding a snake. Very interesting. And this one she's got, and this one actually she's got reddish hair. I just noticed that. The red card she's got reddish hair. The black card she's got black hair. And this one she's holding some flowers of some sort. This queen, she's holding an apple, it looks like, and she's bitten it. Some kind of a fruit. The other aces look just like the ace of spades, with the same writing. Thrasher, live to skate, skate or die. There's another one, same thing. So the ace of spades is lacking a little bit, obviously, but all the aces are custom, and these are not bicycle, by the way, or USB-C, for that matter. Again, exact same thing. In this one, he's holding a flaming club. Yes, it's a flaming club. It's pretty cool. The kings look like this. They look like a Brahma bull or something, some kind of a bull. It's pretty interesting. He's got a star in the middle. He's holding a heart in his hand. Yes, a human heart in his hand. Pretty weird. This one is just holding a sword. This Jack is holding a squid or an octopus, I'm not sure why. This one is just holding a sword again. This Jack is holding a skull, a red skull. Yes, they are weird. This queen, she's got no hands or anything. She's not holding anything, but there is a spider web with a spider on it. And interestingly enough, she's got red eyes. I just noticed that. It's pretty cool. Then again, so does the bull. And everyone else. The Jacks also have red eyes. They all got red eyes for some reason. And this one, King of Diamonds, he's jamming the sword. It looks like, well, either it's behind his head or it's right through his head. Can't tell if it's right through his head or behind his head. It also says 666 on his head. I just noticed that. That's kind of cool. Right on his forehead, it says 666. That's a bad omen. Bad luck. If you notice, he's also wearing a crown, which is also interesting. Pretty interesting kings and court cards, for that matter. All the kings say 666 on their head, so that's like bad luck. Anyway, the jokers, there are two of them. They look like this. It's a guy who looks like the king. Red eyes. His horns are covered up by this jester type hat, which is kind of cool. And he's playing some type of a guitar. I'm not sure actually what it's called, but pretty interesting. It almost looks like an alien, for what I can see. There's two of those, and then there's some writing on the bottom, which is copyright stuff, blah blah. The cards and stuff, and I don't know if I showed you the back design or not. This is the back design, just like in the back of the box. No white borders, so yes, there will be some tipping, more than likely. I don't know how these cards will hold up. The cards, they dribble alright, for what it's worth. The spread, not too badly. Not great, but not too badly. They're definitely a lot better than those independent truck company cards. And they don't even say made in China, so I don't know who makes them or where they're made. Other than the companies in California. They're probably made in China, but it doesn't say that on the box or anywhere that I am aware of. Do they fan? Fanning is not the greatest. They're not that slippery, so fanning is kind of hard. Some fanning powder, they might work actually. Overall, they're not too bad. They're not really good quality cards, obviously, and they are plastic coated as far as I can tell. Pretty good thickness. They're not super thin or anything like that. But yeah, they're not too bad. If you're into skateboarding, obviously, I'd say pick some up. And I do have some subscribers that I think are into skateboarding. And even the, independent truck company cards, you'd probably want to pick up. And there's others too that I've seen out there. There's other decks that are related to skating that I'm not going to get, that you might be interested in. Overall, if I was to give these a rating, I didn't give a rating for the last couple of reviews I did. If I was to give these a rating, it'd probably be like a 5 out of 10. Would be better if the handling was much better, and if the cards had a much better quality. Design wise, they're pretty, cool, other than the Ace of Spades. It's kind of bland. It would be better if they had this for an Ace of Spades pip. It would be much better. And I mean, they got the artwork, they got the design, so why not use that for your Ace of Spades instead of some bland Ace of Spades that looks like every other ace in the deck. There it is. Whoop-de-doo. There's nothing special about it. So those are really my criticisms. Is the quality is not the greatest. The Ace of Spades is kind of bland. The jokers are interesting though, as is the artwork on the court cards and the scratches you see on these cards. Kind of interesting. I would have put as well pips on the court cards so that you can distinguish a little bit better, because all you got is the index. You can't tell what suit it is that easy. Other than that, kind of cool. If you're into collecting cards, I would get them. If you're into skateboarding, I'd get them. Other than that, I probably wouldn't get them. They're not that good for performing or anything like that, but And nice to have, nice to practice with and play with, I guess. And that is the Thrasher playing cards. You can find these on eBay. And coming up, more deck reviews, so stay tuned. See you next time.